You're a Christian, I want a little hard truth fact for you. Are you spending more time in your life devoting to Jesus or to the things in this life that are fading away? The reality is so many people spend so much energy on who their spouse is going to be one day, what they're going to do for a living, and all these things. And they study in college for hours and hours and hours, but they spend almost no time in their life devoted to finding out why they're on this earth and what God's called them to do for the rest of their lives. If you're anything like me, you want to hear on the day of judgment, "Well done, my good and faithful servant." And so many people are going to hear such a devastating answer, not even necessarily hell, but they just didn't fulfill what God had called them to do in this life because they chose to live for themselves and take everything else more seriously than God. If you don't want to be in that situation, you'd be like me 5 years ago. I was living for myself, addicted to pornography and all these things, and God radically set me free, showed me what I was here for. And since then, I've been able to help thousands of people be able to have the same opportunity that God has graced me with. And I want to give it to you now. If you're somebody who says, "Cody, I need to get away from what I'm in right now. I need to be in a different headspace. I need to really devote myself to something," we offer a 1-year-long intensive where we're showing you A to Z everything that it takes for you to know your identity, to know the character of God, and to know what He has called you to. If you know those 3 things, your life will be done and transformed forever. God wanted you to do something yesterday with your life. He called you to something yesterday, and did you do it? You don't know if you don't know what He's called you to, if you don't know what vocation you are, if you don't know what giftings God's given you to use in the body of Christ, not in your church, in the body of Christ, then you cannot flourish in those things. And if you want to know what those things are, we have a totally free explanation kind of on this video after this. We want to show it to you and just give you some more revelation of what God has called us to do as Christians and how you can learn and take a year and transform everything about your life. You also get an associate's degree in ministry when you go through our Kingdom Minded Ministry Intensive. So if that's of interest, click that link wherever it is, and I prayerfully ask you to consider this and see if you're going to be able to have the same life transformation that all of our other students have had. See you on the other side.